Hi, I'm Rebecca and welcome to my podcast, Smashing Through with Rebecca.x. I am so excited you're here on this episode. Topics include life, business, mindset, full of kick-ass content and high energy. Enjoy the podcast and remember, you too can smash through and keep going always. 50 days to the end of the year. I am super excited to talk on this podcast because I absolutely love every single day that I'm alive anyway. But I think when we have something as significant as this, it really fuels and drives and motivates me and a lot of people as well. A lot of my clients, a lot of my friends, a lot of my acquaintances and everything. So I want you to really think about, is there something right now that you've not accomplished this year so far? Is there something that you would like to do, like it's on your list? Is there something, that you would like to accomplish, that you'd like to pass? Is there a course that you're doing? Is there someone that you want to go and visit? Is there a place that you want to go to? Really think about what you want to accomplish and achieve before the end of the year. Now, I'm a huge advocate for not fast tracking. I don't fast track anything because we can only live in the present moment. We can't live in the past and we can't live in the future. We can look back at the past and have a look at it, see what's worked, what hasn't, what aligned, what didn't, how you're going to change stuff, you know what I mean, and learn the lessons and that. And the future, we can plan for it. We can plan for it, we can book things in and all that, but don't fast track. Always bring yourself back to the present day and the present moment, because that is what's important. That is what's valuable. That is what you need to solely focus on in order to move forward to the future. So 50 days left to the end of this year. Absolutely so exciting. What are you going to do? Where do you want to go? Who do you want to be with? Who do you want to spend time with? Do you want to change things? Do you want to mix things up? Do you need to edit and tweak a project? What do you need to do? What can you tick off before the end of the year? Now, it's not a tick list, but what can you tick off before the end of the year? One of my podcasts on this channel is about the 100 list. So at the beginning of the year, I always do a 100 list and I write down absolutely everything personally and professionally that I would like to accomplish before the end of the year. I have never finished my list because I always add things on. I always go, oh yeah, forgot about that. So it turns into like the 104 list or the 110 list, which is cool and it's fine. One thing on my list this year, as I record this, is the Harry Potter forest again. Forbidden Forest. We went last year, so we went in 2022, and as I record this in 2023, guess what? It's not in the UK this year, it's in America. And I'm like, I'm not going all that way to experience the same thing again, but I would go if it was in the UK, like just down the road like it was before, because it was in Cheshire last year. So I can't do that. So that's one thing I can't tick off my list this year. But there's still a ton of things, exciting, fun things that I can tick off my list. So we have 50 days. You, me, we have 50 days. What are you going to do? And what I want you to really choose and kind of, you may be thinking, well, Rebecca, I've got a whole list and it's like loads of stuff. Do the fun things, do the motivational things, do the things that bring you joy, happiness, laughter, things that you can share with the people that you love. Do those first. Like if you need to go to the cinema or you want to go to the cinema and see a film, then go and do it. So really think about all of the things so that they can be ticked off, they motivate you and you can get it done. Now, if you have something for work or business, I would say put a timer on, okay? And just get it done. Get it done. Keep doing it till it's finished, whatever you need to do, okay? But the one thing that I want you to do and know is that life is precious. You're not here to work 24/7, 365, work for 40 hours a week, 40 years, dying, and that's it. You know what I mean? You're here to live. You are here to experience things. You're here to have adventure and have a life full of abundance and happiness, kindness, love, and joy. Be surrounded by the people that light you up, that cheer you on, that love you, respect you, appreciate you, and love being in your company, that you can actually make memories with. So think about all of the things that you want to accomplish and do before the end of the year. Now, if you celebrate Christmas, that can actually be an emotional time because some people that you loved have passed away and things like that. So do nurture and nourish yourself in those moments of significant days. Do raise a glass or raise your cup with coffee in or whatever it is that you drink. Just raise a glass to them and really, have that time away from all the noise, all the drama, all the stuff, okay? And the other thing that I want to say before the end of the year is know that you can put boundaries in place. You can be a voice for yourself. You can take yourself out of a situation that you're not comfortable in, okay? You can say no. And you can also say yeah, but you can say no to certain things, okay? So make a list of everything. Have a look at your list if you've done the 100 lists, like I said at the beginning of the year. If you haven't, just sit down, put some music on, put some, your power anthem on. Sit and make a list of even 50 things, one thing a day that you can do before the end of the year. But even if you've got a list of 2 things that you would like to do before the end of the year, get and do it, okay? I remember when I was turning 40 and I had never, are you ready? Hold on to your seat. I had never watched Pride and Prejudice. Okay, I know, right? So I made myself watch it. I was like, why have I not watched this film? I've got the book. Why have I not watched the film? So I watched the film. It was amazing. And I also had never, and it's something I always wanted to do, is go to a place that has hawks and owls. Where you put a glove on and you put your arm out and then the hawk comes to you when you've got meat and stuff. And absolutely amazing, hands down, fantastic. I couldn't book it before my 40th because he didn't have room. So I booked it a couple of weeks afterwards. And it was hands down a wonderful experience. So think about experiences. Think about something that you've always wanted to do and see if you can kind of fit it in before the end of the year. But also, I'm going to leave you with this. Know that your life isn't run by weeks, months, or years, or decades, okay? Your life is infinite until you take your last breath. So, if you can't kind of fit things in, and I'm doing that with me, I'm doing the speech things with my fingers. If you can't fit it in before the end of the year, that's okay. Move it to next year, not a problem. Don't make it a thing if you can't tick it off. So even if you do have a to-do list, don't worry about not having ticked off every single thing on your list. Move it to next year. Move it to the year after. Everything is movable. Everything can change, okay? Life can change like this. As I record this time last year, when I was in a completely different, mindset, different position, different thinking, different things, feeling different things. This year, oh my goodness me, this year has been absolutely incredibly awesome, and it's like, wow, okay. But the one thing that I do is I reflect, and we'll do this as we through a podcast later on before the year ends, the calendar year, we'll say, not the astrological year, but the calendar year. And what I do is I reflect on all of the goodness. I learn the lessons from stuff that didn't go right and stuff like that. But I am so grateful for the people, the places, the things that I've accomplished, things that I've bought maybe, the things that I've learned. I read a lot of books. So the stuff that I've learned from the writers, people that I've spent time with, the adventures, the days out that I've had, the experiences that I've had, and I go through absolutely everything. And it really is incredible to look back and reflect on how good life can be. Yes, sprinkled in that is negative, sprinkled in that is BS and icky, funky stuff, but overall, it's been an amazing year, an amazing life. Okay, so I challenge you to grab a notebook and pen, make a list of some of the things. Go and have a scout on, on your search engine. Go and have a look at some adventure days that you want to do, or places that surround you that you want to do. Be a tourist in your own place where you live, and go and enjoy the next 50 days of this calendar year, and know that it's yours for the taking. So reach out with your hands, grab it with both hands, and hug it and everything, and just enjoy every single moment. I'll see you on the next podcast.